This week we're climbing Black Mesa, the high point of Oklahoma.
Welcome to the Sooner State.
We are the Highpointers. Woo!
My name is Brandon Bargo. My brother Greg and I have been climbing mountains all over the world for years. Our obsession is high pointing. We find the highest natural point wherever we are and do whatever it takes to stand on top of it. Sometimes it's a mountain, other times a molehill, but we've learned the real excitement is found in the journey to get there. So join us as we climb to the top of all 50 U.S. states. We are the Highpointers.
Greg, what do you think of this beautiful lake house here for our base camp in Oklahoma?
This is really nice.
And you better soak it up because we are headed for extreme heat.
If you're talking about the high point of Oklahoma, Black Mesa, you're right. It's one of the hottest high points in the country.
If not the hottest. And if we're lucky, we might even see a tarantula or a rattlesnake.
I mean, I don't know if I'd consider seeing a rattlesnake lucky, but if we do get lucky, we gotta be prepared. So with that, we got the shun list. So you got location, elevation, precipitation, gear identification, and regulation.
Nice job.
Thank you. But with Black Mesa specifically, we're gonna focus on precipitation and gear identification. When we're talking about precipitation, we're talking about any and all types of weather. So this one's typically really hot with direct sun and very little shade. So with gear identification, we wanna focus on bringing sunblock, water, and electrolytes. The last thing, a BGH.
Okay, what's a BGH?
A big, goofy hat.
How big are we talking?
The bigger, the better.
Okay, that's pretty big. Check this one out. What do you think of that?
Yeah, they may be too big. It's ridiculous.
Maybe.
Oklahoma doesn't seem that big, but like a lot of high points, it's in a remote area far from any major cities, which means we have a really long 6-hour drive ahead.
I catch a we in there because I'm pretty sure I do all the driving.
You're right. And for our first stop, we're headed to the University of Oklahoma campus to visit the National Weather Center.
The National Weather Center is home to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association, also known as NOAA, and is one of the best places in the country to provide accurate and timely forecasts on severe weather. They're leaders in research of extreme weather and provide alerts and warnings for the entire nation. We're meeting up with our new friend, Caitlin Frost, who works at the center and offered to show us around.
Good morning, Caitlin.
Good morning.
Great to meet you.
Great to have you guys here at the National Weather Center today.
So Greg and I, when we climb high points, we're constantly looking at weather. That was one of the reasons we were so interested in visiting the National Weather Center. Thank you so much for showing us around.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming. We have so much going on here. We have entities that are doing a national widespread forecasting. We have severe weather research, radar research, climate and hurricane research. We really do have it all here. So we're really, really glad to have you guys.
Mind blown.
This is actually one of the original movie props used in the filming of 1996's movie Twister. The really cool thing about the movie Twister is that this was actually based off a real research project that occurred in the mid-'80s. We have definitely come a farther long way than back in the mid-'80s in terms of our tools that we use.
Yeah, so we'd like to see some of the real tools that y'all got.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys want to follow me, I'll definitely show you our radar truck vehicle bay. It's very cool.
Yes.
Cool. Let's check it out.
So this is definitely where a lot of the actual research here is taking place. Primarily, they're being used for severe weather research, so that's going to be your severe thunderstorms, supercells, tornadoes, and then hurricanes as well.
There's a sign when you're walking in, and it says this is one of like the most unique weather facilities in the world. What makes this place so unique?
Absolutely. I would say it's the collaboration and the research that we're doing here together, and the fact that we have a school of meteorology all in here. There's no other building in the world that's like this one. Welcome to the second floor of the National Weather Center, and this is pretty much what we call the NOAA hub.
This is like where the real magic happens.
This is
right?
where the magic happens. So many different entities within the building take that data that we were talking about and they incorporate it into their own research in many different ways.
So when somebody's looking at their weather app or watching the weather on the news, I mean, is it coming from here? Where are they getting that information?
So what the Storm Prediction Center does is that they're looking at everything in the contiguous United States. They're looking at severe and hazardous weather, and they are the ones that are issuing the watches. So if you're in Boston, Massachusetts, and you get a severe thunderstorm watch, it's being issued from this office here. I'm glad we're kind of here talking about the forecasting office for the National Weather Service because you guys mentioned you're going to be going to Black Mesa next. So I figured I might do you guys a favor and talk to some of the forecasters and get you guys a forecast for Black Mesa, so that way it's going to be helpful for filming.
Straight from the source.
Straight
It's
from
be
the
most
source.
accurate, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Caitlin.
Thank you guys
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
thanks
It was
so
a
much, man.
pleasure.
Now that we have our forecast, we're ready to go. So appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Be
Yeah.
safe, you guys.
All
Thanks
right.
for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right, where are we headed next?
Well, as the expedition leader, I'm in charge of fun, food, and friends.
So I'm thinking food.
And some of the best fried chicken in the country is right here in Oklahoma, and it's the oldest bar in the state.
Sounds like a cool place.
Sometime in the 60s, we started frying chickens as a reward for a shuffleboard contest. And after that, it just took off, and it's been a fan favorite ever since.
When we're about to go climb a high point, we always look for like a really good place to eat to fill us up. This is it?
Yeah, you taste
Okay.
that fried chicken, you're going to be hooked.
Man, y'all are fast.
Now we try.
Hey, I'm ready, man. You ready?
Well, that is good.
That is, man, it's juicy and crispy. It's good. All right, Brandon, we've had fun. Now we've had food. So who's our guest?
Our guest is Shane Hamman. He's often referred to as the strongest man in America. He's a two-time Olympic weightlifter in the super heavyweight division. And as a power lifter, he holds the world record in the squat, where he's lifted over 1,000 pounds.
That's insane.
Yeah, we haven't had a guest like this before, so this is gonna be a fun high point.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Let me give you little brotherly advice.
Okay.
So you like telling stories, and they're all true, but I think you need to tone it down just a little bit. Maybe act a little bit more normal.
More normal. Okay.
Hey Shane, how's it going?
Great, how are you? Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Hey Shane, we are the Bargo Brothers. I am Bronze, this is my brother Grans.
Are we really doing this? Man, come on.
Greg, show Shane how puny your little muscles are. Look at your pectorals. You're like, honey, I shrunk the muscles. Shane, what do you think of this bicep? And look at my triceps. Okay, little brother, let's see what you've got.
Okay, you ready? I got Grons 1, Grons 2, Grons 3.
This is nothing, look at this.
First thing, I think you boys have been skipping leg day, but I'm gonna be waiting over here in the dune buggies. I'll see you guys.
The park is known for its beautiful sand dunes, and the only way to explore the 1,600 acres is by ATV.
Shane, what a beautiful place out here, Little Sahara State Park. We just thought it would be a great place to meet you and do some fun stuff.
You know, I remember this place. I remember coming here as a kid, but I don't remember it being this big and this, you know, just massive. So this is just so exciting to me to have you guys come out and check this place out.
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
Well, we're excited to get to really ask you about powerlifting, weightlifting, but I think we should go ride these ATVs. What do you guys think?
Let's go.
Okay.
Up for it, let's do it. have a lot of fun out here. It's been really exciting. Love driving these things. But I know how competitive you are.
That's right.
So how about a little competition here?
I love that idea.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Greg?
Got an idea. First one to that big dune way over there and
Yes.
back is the winner.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, may the best man win.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Congratulations, Greg.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes, it feels so
And
good.
Nice
Man.
effort, Greg.
It doesn't feel good.
Nice effort.
It
Thank
pays
you,
to be
thank
a
you.
winner.
It does.
Oh, Shane, I'm feeling revved up, pumped up. You want to go climb the high point of Oklahoma, Black Mesa, with us?
You know what? I've had so much fun so far that I'm willing to walk Black Mesa with you guys. So let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Go.
about it. You
Yeah,
ready?
baby.
Oh, yeah. I like that high five.
Let's go.
Yeah, Black Mesa.
We want to get an early start to beat the heat, and the best place to do that is at the Black Mesa Bed and Breakfast. The ranch-style B&B is set against the beautiful backdrop of the nearby nature preserve. And best of all, it's only 3 miles from the high point.
Good morning, guys. What a beautiful day. One thing that we love to do, it's one of our favorite things, is to go through the gear before we climb the high point. Greg's in charge of the gear, so what do we got, Greg, for this one?
Yeah, so we've been stressing how hot this high point can really be. So we got kind of our typical hot weather type of gear. We got our sunblock. We definitely need some snacks. We got water, and we got our BGH right here.
Yeah. For the BGH, though, there's a couple of different options. One I wanted to put out here because sometimes we will take an umbrella. The umbrella works like a BGH. This one is light, it's reflective, so it's a perfect way to block out sun. And I like to wear long layers just so I don't have to put on as much sunblock, but definitely thinking about the heat for today.
Yeah, so we need to make sure to top off our water here because there's no water at the trailhead or anywhere along the hike.
Well, I've got mine ready. I also wanted to mention to you guys, and I had told you before that my knees have a lot of pain from all the years of lifting.
Yeah.
And so whenever you guys asked me to do this hike, I didn't think I could do it at first. You know, I was like, my knees are hurting pretty bad. So I started training it, and I started training up and down hills a lot. And I'll tell you, my knees got so much better. So I'm really excited to get up here and do this 8.5 mile hike.
So one thing I do have for you is we have some trekking poles here. It's good to keep balance. I think it'll really help your knees.
Greg and I have been using those quite a bit over the years. At first we're like, we don't need trekking poles, but they save your legs, your knees so much. I think that will, like Greg said, that'll be great for you.
I think I'll give these a shot today. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, well, if you guys are ready, we're just a few minutes from the trailhead.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm ready to go. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this is the start. 4.2 miles to the top.
Here we go.
You ready, Shane?
I'm ready.
It's exciting energy, right?
It
So
is.
we always start with a high five and we finish with a high five. So if you're ready, let's do it.
Let's go.
Ready.
Bam.
Oh yeah. Let's go, guys. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
This high point, it's always easy to know where you're at because the bench tells you, right? We're at mile 1.
As I was hiking, I was thinking, there's this common misconception that this big, powerful guy is not necessarily somebody that's athletic. And I know that you went from powerlifting early in your career and then transitioning to Olympic weightlifting, and some people say that's practically impossible to do. So how did you do something that people said couldn't be done?
Well, it was a good thing that the way I powerlifted, I did it a little different. I did everything quickly. You know, with just the way that I lifted, the explosive type lifting, I was able to do backflips, dunk a basketball. You know, it's just some really strange things started happening with developing these fast twitch muscles and lifting heavy really quickly.
So you could dunk a basketball and you were like 400 pounds, like super heavyweight.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
I mean, I would have loved to have seen that. That's crazy. You went from nothing to being elite level in 9 months. I mean, how were you able to do that in such a short amount of time?
To do the Olympic lifts, I started with a PVC pipe. And I just started lifting that and snatching it and clean jerking it and falling down all the time, even with that. And then moved to an empty bar when I finally got the pipe down. I made sure my technique was right before I started putting weight on. Luckily, I had the strength there already from powerlifting. I was already really strong. I just had to get that technique down. You know, learning that patience during that time, because I've never been a patient guy, I really think that helped me whenever I got married and had kids, you know, for everyday life, you know, that kind of thing.
People often just want to skip steps, right? Like they want something fast, they want to make money fast, they want to just get to whatever that goal is and they want to do it quickly. Right, so it's like, it sounds like what you're saying, you just got to be patient, you got to plug away, right, step by step, which really is a lot like high pointing, right? You just kind of plug away. You don't think about the 4 miles to get to the summit, you think about what's the next mile, what's the next 100 yards.
1 step at a time. Boom,
Yeah.
boom.
Speaking of 1 step at a time, if you guys are ready to keep going,
Let's go. Black Mesa gets its name from the original layer of black lava rock that once covered the mesa. Its remote location is perfect for stargazing and viewing meteor showers, and it's considered to have some of the darkest skies in the country.
guys, we're here at mile 2.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Shane?
A little tired, but I'm looking forward to seeing if I can make it up this climb.
You're making it, man.
Yeah.
You're making it.
This is one of my favorite rest stops because you can look back and you can see the switchbacks leading up to the top. So we got 2 miles of flat, then you got like a 1/4 mile climb, and then 2 more miles of flat. And I also like this because Greg and I, when we climb high points, so much of it is about mental preparation. I'm interested to know, what was your mental preparation like when you were stepping up to the bar to pick it up and you were going for records, American records, world records? What was your mental process like?
It's easy to get in your mind that you're not gonna lift it, especially when you're trying a personal record. You have to know in weightlifting, you're gonna get it before you walk up and get it, or you're not gonna get it. There's just no doubt about it. And that's why visualizing is so important, because you can just see yourself over and over and over again getting the lift. And so you know that you're gonna be able to get it when you walk up there.
Yeah, I think that's interesting because it's having a positive mindset, but that's not enough. It's also visualizing yourself walking up there, getting it, boom, you know, it's very specific.
I mean, it works for everything, for work. You know, a big sales meeting or something like that. You gotta know what you're about to do when you walk in there, and you gotta expect success. You can mentally prepare for it, know it's gonna happen, and make it happen.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are ready, this is a great time to pull out our trekking poles because we got that 400-foot climb ahead. So, you ready to do this,
Yeah,
Shane?
I'm ready to
It's
go.
about to get real right here.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Black Mesa may feel like a desert, but in actual fact, it's where the Great Plains and the Rockies come together. And when 2 different ecosystems converge, there's an abundance of both plant and animal life. And for me, my favorite is the Texas horned lizard. Nice job, everybody.
Yeah.
It's mile 3. This is the hardest section. I mean, there were some pretty steep spots.
Yeah.
Nice job, Shane.
Yeah, good job.
I know this can be, it's tough for anybody. When you're not used to it and you haven't done it very much, it can kind of wear you out.
Yeah, climbing high points reminds me, it's fun to get to the top, but you got to go through low moments. It's tough. So I'm curious, Shane, have you had any low moments in your life that really propelled you to your success?
I definitely have. You know, as far as lifting, most people see my high points, you know, my American records, me competing at the Olympics, doing well, all that kind of thing. But, you know, they haven't really seen or heard about the times like when I went to Australia to do an international competition and bombed out, missed every lift. You know, that's happened to me, you know, numerous times on the lifting side. And also, my mom passed away a few years ago from cancer. And that was a really, really low moment for me because she was someone who I called almost every day. You know, someone who prayed for me over the phone every day during my career. And, you know, to lose someone that important in my life, that was a big low moment for me. But I learned a lot from it, and I think it really propelled me into being the man I am today.
I'm interested, Shane, to know what your high point moment is. It could be something that's physical, mental, spiritual. What's been that moment for you?
You know, there have been so many high point moments in my life. Anyone who knows anything about me knows about my spiritual life. I love Jesus, and that really, honestly, that has led me through my career and through my life after my career, you know, with my family and my job and everything else. So honestly, that's the biggest peak in my life. Some of the other big things is getting married. I really didn't think I'd ever get married. I was just focused on my sport. But a few years after I retired, I found my wife, and that has been such a positive thing for me to get a wife and, you know, and have 3 kids now. It's just a totally different life than I had.
Yeah, I think it's so important to be well-rounded just like that. It's like you're so singular focused on one thing, everything else kind of gets pushed to the side, but now it's like you got married and it's like you're building friendships and it's making you a more well-rounded person. I think that's so important.
If you guys are ready, we've already gotten the hardest part. We just got the flat section.
I'm ready for
ready?
some flat walking.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, guys.
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Nice.
Good job, Shane.
Yes.
4.2 miles. We made it to the top of Black Mesa, the high point. You said when we were hiking up the trail, this is the longest distance that you've ever hiked. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Man, that is awesome.
Never hiked this far before.
Well, hopefully you've had, you know, over 4 miles to come up with a high five. You got one for us?
I think I've got one for us.
Okay.
It's called the weightlifting high five. Are you guys ready for this?
I think we're ready.
On the count of 3. Ready. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Bronze-like.
Black Mesa is hot, remote, and desolate, but it's beautifully different. And just like high points can be different, so are people.
You or I will never be able to lift 1,000 pounds like Shane, but it's cool to know that there are people out there like him who can. The key is to remember that places and people are all unique, and we need to embrace that uniqueness. So until next time,
We'll see y'all on the next summit.
For more information on the Bargo Bros High Point Adventures, visit us at thehighpointers.com or at the Highpointers on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.